चला गया, चलो हो गया सर। चले, ये रिकॉर्डिंग चलो कर दिया इसका। Now, good afternoon, charters. We were into introduction, we had done, then we had done applicability, and then we were into framework of accounting standards, correct? Framework mein we had done framework, also we are doing some examples. Then we had done qualitative characteristics, measurement also we had done. Capsule 3, 4, 5 done? No. Carrying amount of a machine is how much? 40,000. Carrying amount of machine is 40,000. Historical cost less depreciation. ठीक है. Then machine is expected to generate 10,000 net cash flows. Machine is expected to generate 10,000 net cash inflow. That means machine will generate 10,000 का net inflow of cash. Net realizable value or net price of the machine on current date is how much? That means if I sell the asset, how much will I get? 35,000. But if I use the asset, how much will I get? 10,000. Correct. The machine is the required earning rate is how much? 10% per annum. The enterprise can either use the machine to earn 10,000 for 5 years. This is equivalent to receiving a present value of 10,000, the discounting rate of 10% on the current date. The value realized on asset will be value in use. Now, मेरे पास दो option है. I've got two options. Option number one is I can use the asset. I can use the asset for a period of 5 years, and every year how much will I earn? 10,000. Or I can sell the asset and earn how much? 35,000. What shall I do? Sir, toss करते हैं. Head आएगा तो will use, tail आएगा तो will sell. Correct? ऐसा नहीं. Now check करते हैं. Write down. Recoverable amount. Calculate recoverable amount of the asset and state by what amount is overstated or understated. Recoverable amount. Recoverable amount is equal to higher of. How will I recover the amount? Either by sell or by use. So, chartered net selling price net selling price is how much? 35,000. Value in use. Value in use. If I use your cash flows, present value factor at the rate of 10%, present value. Present value factors at the rate of 10%, present value. Year 1, 3, 4, 5. Correct? Cash flows 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 every year. I will get how much? 10,000. Last class we have discussed this present value factor. How much? Tell me present value factors. Calculate. If I start writing, it will take me 1 second to fill up entire. So you start calculating. You remember how to do? 1 divided by 1.1. 1 divided by 1.1. You will get 0.9091. 1 divided by 1.1 square is equal to 0.8264. 1 divided by 1.1 cube is equal to 0.7513. 1 divided by 1 to the power 4 is equal to 0.6830. 1 divided by 1.1 to the power 5 is equal to 0.6209. Correct? Hey hero, did you calculate? Check. You know how to do it. Arey, say yes or no. Do check. Uske paas, Mr. Blue. You checked. You know. No. You all know. Chalo, present value. Multiply and tell. 90926475136830. कितना टोटल? नो 7,000 कैसे आएगा? हाँ 37,907. Now you tell me, if you sell the asset today, you will get how much? 35,000. Acha, once again I am asking you, tell me honestly, how many of you don't know this calculation? If you feel shy, there is a problem in life. Now chartered. Now chartered. Net selling price is how much? 35,000. Value in use cap 37,907. That means 10,000 I will get in 5 years, yes or no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years I will get 10. If uska present value, instead of getting every year 10,000 for next 5 years, if I get the entire amount today, how much will I get? 37,907. So if I sell the asset, I will get how much? And if I use the asset, I will get 37,907. So what will you do? Use it, and you are showing, so you should use it, and how much benefit you will get? 37,907. And how much value you are showing the asset at? 40,000. Asset should be shown in the balance sheet at 37,900, but you are showing the asset at which value? 40,000. That means you are showing extra amount by how much? Bolo. 2093. Correct? Now, asset is overstated minus 37 is equal to बराबर. नाउ चार्टेड. आगे बढ़े. करेक्ट प्रतीक. नाउ capital maintenance. Understood? Now again I am telling you, we can show asset in our balance sheet at 4 values. How many values? 4 values. Historical cost, that means the cost at which we had purchased the asset. Second is current cost, the price at which we can purchase the asset today. Realizable value, the price at which we can sell the asset today. And the last one is present value, that means present value of future cash flows. Am I clear? अच्छा, tell me 37907 का meaning you understood? Instead of getting 10,000 for next 5 years, if I get entire money today, how much will I get? 37907. Correct? Now, capital maintenance. Suppose chartered, you have a capital of 2 lakh rupees at the end of the year. How much? Beginning of the year also you had 2 lakhs. Beginning of the year 2 lakhs, end of the year 2 lakhs. Did your capital grow or did not grow? Did not grow. Suppose inflation, you know what is CPI? Consumer Price Index. Correct. Suppose consumer price index is 100 at the beginning of the year and 120 at the end of the year. That means your capital has gone up, come down, or remain constant. Your capital was 2 lakh at the beginning of the year. Your capital is still 2 lakh at the end of the year. Consumer price index from 100 has gone up to 120. Your capital has gone up, come down, or remained constant. Come down. Why? Because logically your capital should have been at what value? 2,40,000. Yes or no? Because from 100 it is becoming 120. So to 200 it should have become 240. Yes, no. Now chartered, suppose when you started the business, opening capital was how much? 2 lakh. 2 lakh may you could purchase 2,000 units of any article at rupees 100. Now chartered, market price of that same has become 130. So your capital should have been how much? Year के starting में you could purchase 2,000 units of an article at what price? 100. At the end of the year your capital is how much? 200. If you want to purchase the same 2,000 units, then what price you have to pay now? Huh? If the same units you want to purchase today chartered, how much money you are supposed to pay per unit? 1? How many units you want to purchase? So 2,000 into 130 is how much? Then your capital should have been how much? 2,60,000. Am I clear? This is known as historical capital. Which capital? This capital is known as current cost. Capital at current cost. Current cost means inflation adjusted. And this capital is known as physical cost. Historical cost, physical cost, and current cost. Physical cost means we calculated on the basis of units. Am I clear? Yes sir, no sir. अब चलो थोड़ा बुद्धि लगाते हैं. A trader commenced business on 1/1/2001 with rupees 12,000. Trader commenced business with rupees 12,000 represented by 6,000 units of a certain product at rupees 2 per unit. Acha. I started business with what amount? 12,000. Am I clear? With 12,000, how many units I purchased? 6,000, yes or no? 1 minute, आप लोग थोड़ा इस साइड आ जाइए ना. If you can shift to this side of this class, it would be best. इधर आइए. You'll also go behind. I can't see all. इधर come this side to the class now. So the camera is here. And I have to do here. So difficulty होता है मेरे को. Now, so how much capital I am starting with? 12,000. In 12,000, how many units I am buying? 6,000 units at rupees how much? 2. During the year, he sold these units at how much? 3 euro. How many units he purchased? 6,000 units he purchased at 2. He is selling 6,000 units at 3. Therefore, per unit profit, how much he is making? 1 rupee, yes or no? By 2 rupees you are buying, 3 rupees you are selling. So profit how much you are making? 1 rupee. You had withdrawn how much? 6,000. Let us assume that the price of the product at the end of the year is how much? 2.5. In other words, the specific price index applicable of the product is how much? 125. This is your CPI. Specific price index applicable to the product is how much? 125. Now listen. Shuru kare? Yes, no. Step 1. Calculation of profits. Correct. Now, selling price is 3 rupees. Cost price is what? 2 rupees. How many units you sold? So my wonderful charted profit is how much? 6,000, 6,000. Now, step 2. Step 2. Calculation of closing capital. Closing capital is equal to opening capital is how much? The closing capital is equal to opening capital plus net profit opening capital plus net profit minus drawings. Opening capital is how much? Plus profit is how much? 6,000 is the profit. Very good. Minus drawings. 6,000 drawings also. From where you are getting all this? Sir, it is printed in the question. He had withdrawn rupees 6,000. Yes sir, no sir. चले कितना हो गया 12,000 only. This is your capital as per historical cost. Yes, no. Step 3. Step 3. Now, historical cost, current cost, physical cost. Historical cost, current cost and physical cost. closing capital should be. At historical cost it should be 12,000 only because my opening capital was how much? 12. Correct? So historical cost में closing capital should be same as opening capital. That is how much? Correct? Current cost में chartered closing capital should be current cost में opening capital how much? Opening capital into change in index. From 100 it has become how much? 125. From 100 it has become 125. तो क्या करेगा? Into 125 divided by. So opening capital is how much? Into 125 divided by 100. How much it comes to? How much? Physical capital is equal to units into rate at year end. Correct? How many units we purchased at the beginning of the year? 6,000, yes or no? Correct? Into closing rate is how much? So it should be 15,000. Closing capital is as per step 2. Now charter, tell me the growth. In historical capital means no growth. Over year from 12,000 to 15,000 growth is -3. Correct? Right. 12. Closing capital is 12 and 12. So, but should be how much? 15. So growth is -3,000. Am I clear? You understood, chattered? Yes sir, no sir. Understood? That your capital is 12,000 but should be 15,000. So instead of growing, your capital has gone down by 3,000. Correct? Incorrect? Correct. Capsule number, this is 5. Capsule number 6. Capsule number 7. Mohan started business with rupees 12 lakh represented by 60,000 units of rupees 20 each. During the current cost is also known as financial capital. Current cost is also known as financial capital. Correct? Now, so Mohan started business on 1st April 01 with rupees 12 lakh represented by 60,000 units of rupees 20 each. During the financial year ended 31st of March 02, he sold the entire stock at 30 each. In order to maintain the capital intact, calculate the maximum amount which can be drawn by Mohan in that year. Financial capital is maintained at Historical cost, yes or no? So you are supposed to find out maximum amount he can withdraw. Now, step 1, calculation of profit. Calculation of profit. How to calculate profit? Selling price minus cost price 20 into number of units. How many units are there? So 6 lakhs. Correct? Now step 2. Closing capital. Now opening capital plus net profit minus drawings should be closing capital as per historical cost. If you want to maintain your capital as per historical cost, then opening capital and closing capital should be same. Opening capital is how much? 12 lakhs. Net profit is how much? Drawings I don't know, but I want to maintain closing capital at historical cost. That should be how much? 12 lakhs only. Closing capital at historical cost. Closing capital at historical cost means closing capital should be equal to opening capital. That means in order to maintain a capital of 12 lakhs, how much I can withdraw? Therefore, maximum drawings is equal to how much? 6 lakhs. Correct and correct? Done? Chale? Everybody is copied this much? TV wala chartered accountant done? Not done? This is capsule number 8. क्या बात, सब जीनियस है. 8. Capsule number 9. फटाफट do it yourself. Your time starts now. Na 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 na. Sir, you could have entered 60 lakhs in capsule 8. कहाँ 6? अच्छा. Correct. Correct. हो गया? Capsule 9. Step 1, calculation of profit charted. Calculation of profit. How to calculate profit? Selling price is how much? 5 rupees. Selling price is 5 rupees. And cost price is how much chartered? 4 rupees. Selling price minus cost price 1 rupee ka profit. How many units purchased? 5,000. 5,000. Correct. Now, उसके बाद क्या करेंगे? Step 2. Calculation of closing capital. Correct. How do we calculate closing capital? Closing capital is equal to opening capital plus net profit minus drawings is equal to closing capital. Correct. बताओ मेरे प्यारे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, ओपनिंग कैपिटल हाउ मच? 20,000. ओपनिंग कैपिटल 20,000. नेट प्रॉफिट माइनस ड्राइंग्स 4,000. Therefore closing capital is equal to 21,000. Correct? Now, step 3, growth. Step 3, growth. Historical cost, current cost, physical cost. Now chartered closing capital should be as per historical cost same as opening capital. That is how much? Correct. Current cost मतलब that is 20,000 into 120 divided by 100. Inflation की वजह से 100 rupees का thing has become 120. So inflation is 20%. Therefore your capital should also become how much? Increased by 20%, and therefore your capital should also be 24,000. Yes or no? When 100 rupees was the capital, CPI, your capital was 20,000. Now CPI, consumer price index, has become 120. Therefore the capital should also become 24,000. Yes, now. Yes sir. Now chartered physical capital. Physical capital is how much? Physical capital is 20,000 into 4. How many units? 5,000 units into 4.6. That comes to how much? 23,000. Correct? Yes, no? 20,000, 24,000 and 23,000. आगे बढ़े? Now, this is the capital should be. Capital is how much? Closing capital is 21,000, 21,000, 21,000. 21,000. So growth is -1, +3. Sorry, +1. +1, +3 should be 24. Huh? -2. My capital should be 24, but it is only 21. Ayyo Rama. Therefore, I am running in a shortage of 3,000. My capital should be 24, but capital is 21. Therefore, I am running in a shortage of 3,000. 3,000. आगे बढ़े? चलो ना? Sure? Wow. A Limited has entered into a binding agreement. Oh my God. With Gamma Limited to buy a custom made machine for rupees how much? 1 lakh. Binding agreement मतलब कुछ भी हो जाए, प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए. I will honor the agreement. Binding agreement means under any circumstances, whether profit or loss, you have to honor the agreement. To buy a custom made machine rupees 1 lakh. At the end of 0102, before the delivery of the machine, A Limited had to change his method of production. The new method will not require the product, the machine ordered, and it will be scrapped after delivery. The expected scrap value is nil. Now chartered, I had, suno, Mundipar, I have ordered a machine for how much? 1 lakh. From whom? Ram. Ram ko maine kaha, Ram, hey Ram, you are supposed to give me a machine of rupees 1 lakh. Correct? It's a binding agreement. That means I have to buy from him. After some days, I change my method of production. Since I changed the method of production, that machine I don't require. But can I say Ram now, I don't want that machine? No. Why? Gandhi baat, binding agreement. So I take that machine, but that machine I have to throw it off. So entire 1 lakh will become my loss. Entire 1 lakh will become my. Hey, समझा कि नहीं? Sir, you have entered. Hey, समझा? हाँ, चलो. Now, you are required to advise. Advise देने में तो you are champion. Correct, no? A liability is recognized when outflow of economic resources, economic resources in settlement of present obligation can be anticipated and value of outflow can be measured. Now, I am purchasing a machine worth how much? 1 lakh. This is my loss. But after I purchase 1 lakh, I am supposed to pay him or not pay him? Pay him, Baba, देना तो होगा रुपया. So that person, Mr. Gamma is my liability. Should I recognize that liability? Or I should not recognize that liability? So standard says that liability should be recognized when two conditions are satisfied. How many conditions? Two conditions. Condition number 1, when you are anticipating that you have to pay. Correct? Yes, no. And you can measure how much you are supposed to pay. When you are anticipating you are supposed to pay and you can measure how much you are supposed to pay, then chartered, you can measure the liability. ये समझा कि नहीं? एक बार क्या हुआ ना, क्लास चल रहा था ऐसे, तो यहाँ पे सिद्धार्थ बोल के एक लड़का बैठा था, वेरी टॉकेटिव, कुछ भी बोलो, हिज फन इज गोइंग ऑन ओनली. Sometimes I tolerate it because I also like fun. But साला बंद ही नहीं रह रहा है. मैंने बोला सिद्धार्थ don't talk. So he heard, but after 2 minutes and again he started. 3-4 times this happened. मेरा खोपड़ी गर्म हो गया. I gave him one tight slap from here only. He got angry. And he was healthy fellow. तो मैं भी डर गया. मैं भी सोचा मैं भी कम नहीं है. But then he told me, sir, you know me. मैंने कहा मतलब क्या है? तू डॉन है क्या? बोला sir, you have to pay price for this one slap. मैंने कहा how much? बोला minimum 10,000 का कोर्ट केस I will do on you. मैंने कहा oh, I got further agitated. मैंने कहा मैं गुजराती और दो तमाचा. मैंने कहा 30,000 का you file. So he filed a court case on me. How much? 30,000. So if I lose the case, I am supposed to pay 30. If I win the case, I will not pay anything. Correct or incorrect? ये समझा क्या नहीं? So at the end of the year, should I recognize this liability or I should not recognize? Tining, 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 tining. If you think that you will lose the case, then you anticipate the liability. But if you think that you will win the case, you will not recognize. So two conditions. Are you anticipating a loss? Yes, sir. Then recognize. You know how much liability amount, how much your amount supposed to pay? Yes, sir. Then you recognize the liability. So two conditions. Condition number one is what? Anticipation. Condition number two is what? You should be able to measure the amount. Paisa kitna dena hoga. Correct or incorrect? So in this case, liability is recognized when outflow of economic resources in settlement of present obligation can be anticipated. Ayyo Rama. And then second, value of outflow can be measured. Therefore, which for? तबीयत थोड़ा डाउन. Therefore, A Limited, which limited? A Limited. Therefore, A Limited should recognize liability of rupees 1 lakh. Wow, brilliant, Dipesh. To gamma. Which ma? Gamma. Correct? Yes. चलो entry pass करते हैं. You know how to pass the journal entry? Yeah, sir. But you write, we copy. Loss to gamma. How much? 1 lakh, 1 lakh. And this loss will be transferred to PNL. PNL to loss. चले? Yes, no. Yes, sir. Now chartered. Ready? कैप्सूल 9 हो गया, कैप्सूल 10 हो गया. क्या बात है. This is 11, no? This is 10. This is 9. ये 8 है. हाँ. करेक्टा? Joseph. A trader purchased article A. A trader purchased article A on credit. अच्छा, for rupees 50,000. He also purchased article B in the period 1. ये period 1 है. He purchased article A on credit in period 1 for 50,000. He also purchased article B in period 1 for 20,000 cash. The trader sold article A in the period for 60,000 cash. Article B in the period 1 for 2,500. Credit profit and loss account of the trader by two bases of accounting as shown below. Oh. Cash basis. Correct? Now chartered, you are supposed to prepare profit and loss account under two bases. Two bases मतलब cash basis and accrual basis. Yes or no? Cash basis में तो simple होगा. You will record cash inflow and cash outflow. अष्टे 2 rupees आया, 5 rupees गया, 3 rupees gain. Correct? No? 2 rupees आया, 5 rupees गया, 3 rupees gain. Yes or no? अरे नालायक 2 rupees आया, 5 rupees गया, 3 rupees loss. What are you thinking? चले? Understood? You are very serious person. एकदम सीरियस. आर्मी वार्मी ज्वाइन करना था क्या? सडनली सीए में आ गया. चले? Now chartered. But accrual basis में how much I have spent and how much I have earned, उसका difference will go to profit. Am I clear? So first I will prepare PL account. On cash basis. Correct? Prepare PL account on cash basis. Now, the game is about to begin. Ready? सुनो. क्या लिखा हुआ? ट्रेडर परचेज आर्टिकल ए ऑन क्रेडिट इन पीरियड 1. अच्छा, if he has purchased on credit, will it come? No. He also purchased article B in period for cash. Cash will come? Yes, green. The trader sold article A in period 1 for 60,000 in cash. Yes, green. He also sold article B in the period for rupees 2,500 on credit. Oh my God. Will it come? No, red. Kaiko credit. चले तो कैश बेसिस में व्हाट विल आई राइट? टू परचेसेस हाउ मच? टेल मी परचेसेस का अमाउंट. 2,000 बाय सेल्स. टेल नो प्लीज. 60,000. Oh my God. Don't you think this man has earned tremendous profit? This is period 1. 2. Net profit how much? 58,000. Now in period 2. This is period 1. Now period 2 में whatever he has purchased in period 1 on credit, वो period 2 में वो किसका कैश दे देगा? To purchases how much? Whatever he has purchased in period 1 in credit, he will pay for that in period 2. Sir, how can you be so sure, sir? He may not pay only, he may pay in period 3 also. What did I say? He will pay in period 2. Sir, but he may pay in period 3 also, no? Then you should stop doing business. You sell goods today and a person will pay you after 1 year. But how beautiful. No, I teach you today and you give me fees after 1 year. ऐसा चलता है क्या? चलो कितना है? How much? 50,000. Buy. Sales. So they were purchased in period 1 on credit and paid in period 2. How much? Oh my God, major loss हो गया. Net loss. Imagine करो, what is your condition in life? Year 1 में you are feeling बल्ले बल्ले. Life settled. Year 2 में your father is running behind you with a cane stick. First year में profit मार दिया 58. Second year में धमाल. So cash basis good, bad? Sir, everything is good. It depends on the perspective. Array dialogue baji nahi. This is not psychology ka class. This is accounts में accrual basis. Accrual basis में you will take on the basis of amount of expenses incurred. So how many things you purchased? A and B both you purchased. So two purchases will be how much? Whether you have paid or not paid, that is a secondary factor. But you have purchased worth how much? By sales. By say less. Sales is how much? 62,500. 60,000 plus 2,500. Correct? So to profit, how much? Correct? Now charted, eyes on the board. First year I showed a profit of how much? First year I showed a profit of 58, second year I am showing a loss of 47,500. Net impact is how much? 10,500. Don't you think accrual basis is better method? Yes, no. Hey, are you understanding? One student asked me, sir, cash basis, accrual basis, both are there. We are following accrual basis. Why? Because it is mentioned in AS1. There are both the methods there, but we follow which basis? Accrual basis. Why? Because it is mentioned in AS1 that we should follow accrual basis. Am I clear? Sir, why it is mentioned in AS1 that we should follow accrual basis? You have studied law any time in your life? Little bit. Contract Act you have studied? Huh? Studied? Where? BCom में था? Foundation में also it was there. अच्छा, very good. Now chartered Contract Act में you have studied no consideration, no contract. That means for every contract to be a valid contract, consideration should be there. Yes, no. You have studied that no consideration, no contract. That means for any contract to be a valid contract, consideration should be there, should not be there. For a contract to be a valid contract, consideration should be promised or consideration should be received. Consideration should be promised. As soon as you say consideration should be promised, that means it is accrual basis or cash basis. That means all transactions are contract and Contract Act follows accrual basis. Therefore, account follows accrual basis. समझा के नहीं? गया फिर कभी कभी अंदर जाता है दिमाग में. आगे बढ़े जवान. यस नो. यस सर. ए टी वाले चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट मस्त लॉजिक था ना. हाँ सर. हैंडराइटिंग गुड नो. वेरी गुड सर. गायत्री दीदी ये क्या है? कौन है? वन एक नंबर सम वन मैडम इज विद नंबर ओनली. पार्थिव अपूर्वा इज देयर नॉट देयर. गौतमी कोमल तेजस्विनी गायत्री. हाँ यू क्या नाम है? इरशाद. हम लोग शायरी बोलते तो इरशाद बोलते ना. Correct. Now, oh my God, we are done. We are done with our first sheet. Wonderful, Dipesh. You have done a brilliant job. Correct. We are done with how many chapters? 3. Sir, how many chapters are there? That will go on. Correct. Now we'll start with AS1. Then you'll have little practical things in your life. AS2 is practical and AS3 to boom, bum, boom. हाँ खोपड़ी ओपड़ी खराब हो जाएगा. Correct. So we are done with AS1. Now we will start with now we'll start with AS1. Now, AS1. Nino, 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 nino. This AS मतलब एकदम easy, EG. Now, AS1, disclosure of accounting policies. Now चार्टर्ड जैसे ही मैं पढ़ ये now एक सेकंड वन मिनट Now, disclosure of accounting policies. Now chartered, India में accounting standards became mandatory. Accounting standards became mandatory in the year 2006. In the year 2006, it became mandatory. That means it is not very old in India. Just 20 years old. And I am sure looking at me, you would understand that I would have given exam before 20 years. Thank God. Now chartered, that means when I was studying, AS was mandatory or not mandatory? So inter में तो accounting standard, when I was studying inter, accounting standard exists, that only I did not know. Huh? Like in 7th standard, did you know accounting standard exists? But I was in inter same condition. Then final mein we came to know AS is there. But did we follow? No. Why? Because it was recommendatory in nature, not mandatory. So have I studied accounting standard as a student? No. Sir, teacher पढ़ाता नहीं था CA final में. Was it there in the syllabus or not? Yeah, it was there in the syllabus. But every AS का 1122 paragraph was given. So teacher used to, any teacher के पास you used to study, they used to give you that notes. Study yourself. And I did not take any tuition also. So friends का notes लिया था, but I did not study. So self study में whatever chapters were there, that only were not getting completed. What you will study AS and all. I did not study. Correct? हाँ पास तो ही है. Now that तो 2006 में आया. I started reading AS in my finals was in 2000. That means you can imagine how after how many years did it come. Too much of time. हाँ. Now started 2006 में I started reading AS in 2010 for practical application. For clients basically. So whenever I used to read, pick up any AS, no, understand what I am trying to say. First I will, as soon as I pick up any AS, there is a title, no, they are like AS1, disclosure of accounting policies. So before reading anything, I will start thinking. पहला question दिमाग में आएगा, accounting policy क्या होता है? As usual, first question that will come to your mind is, what is accounting policies? Second question will come to your mind, disclosure of accounting policies. So you will feel like where you will disclose. Correct? No? तो मेरे दिमाग में भी ऐसा पहले I used to read the title, think about it. What is accounting policy? Then my mind will give me an answer. Then I will read the standard. If my mind wala answer and the standard wala answer matches, then I am happy. If it does not matches, no problem. I will read the standard wala answer and understand that. Correct? Second, I had never ever had a doubt. Like suppose today only when I was teaching in Southern Circle, no? Suppose I wrote 5,000 into 25. So student immediately asked me, why? How? Or I write cash to income. Why? What's the logic behind it? Immediately students start thinking. I have never ever thought that way. Never. When I read a sentence, I never had a doubt. Matlab, I always believed whatever is written is always true. उसका advantage बताता है. But I will try to, this is true. Now I have to find out why it is true. This is true. I have to find out why it is true. When I start doubting accounting standards only, that means we are trying to say that we have better brains than AS. And that AS was not framed by one person. It was framed by a group of people who are intelligent. Did they make mistake? Yes. But until and unless you understand what they are trying to say, how will we find out what mistakes they made? And even if they made mistakes, why did they do such things? Correct? मैंने कभी भी, never, even today, when I read anything, I believe it is true only. Then I have to find out why it is true. Generally, I have seen students, if anything teacher writes, no, why? This is true only. You only find out, no, why? Are you understanding? So, disclosure of accounting policies. Correct? So, I thought accounting policy का मतलब क्या होता है? तो मुझे इतना पता था, for any problem in accountancy, there is a solution provided in the accountancy. For any problem in accounting, there is a solution provided, and that solution is accounting policy. For example, how to value inventory? It's a problem. Solution: FIFO weighted average method. How to account for government grant? Problem? Solution: either under net asset method or gross asset method. Clear? How to account for foreign currency transactions at spot rate as on initial date? Policy. Am I clear? So any accounting problem is known as accounting principle. Any accounting problem is known as accounting principles, and the method of applying those principles, that means method of solving those principles, are known as, so valuation of inventory is accounting principle. FIFO, LIFO is accounting policy. How to value fixed assets is an accounting principle. Are you understanding? Yes, no. Like some of you say, no. I have a principle that I will never borrow money from anybody throughout my life. Correct? So I have a principle in life, no? So that same thing, valuation of inventory is principle. Its solution is FIFO and weighted average. That is policy. So any accounting problem and its solution is known as accounting policy. ये मुझे पता था. I knew it. How did I know it? Because I was doing accounts in reality that time, no? Office जाता था, I knew. तो ये तो पता चल गया. What is accounting policy? Accounting policies are nothing but accounting principles and the method of applying those principles. What are accounting principles? The problem. And method of applying principles means solutions. So if I go by definition, what is accounting policies? Accounting policies are nothing but definition wise, accounting policies are nothing but accounting principles, and the method of applying those principles are nothing but accounting policies. Am I clear? Disclosure. Where do you disclose accounting policy? Anywhere after accounts you have to disclose, but you are supposed to disclose in one place. But where you are supposed to disclose? General purpose financial statements. तो मुझे ना ये स्टैंडर्ड का नाम ही पसंद नहीं आया. Disclosure of accounting policies is the name of the standard. But after I read the standard, no, I felt the standard का name should have been General Purpose Financial Statements. GP. What is General Purpose Financial Statement? These are financial statements. Am I clear? These are financial statements. So my first thing is, what are financial statements? That we have already discussed. How many types of financial statements? 5. Now, when you are preparing GPFS, you are supposed to keep 2 things in mind. How many things? Keep 2 things in mind. One is accounting policy, and second is fundamental accounting assumptions. How many things you are supposed to keep in mind when you are preparing general purpose financial statements? 2 things. One is accounting policies and one is accounting fundamental accounting assumption. अब मैं यहां पे आता हूं. Are you understanding? So if you read the title, आप मेरी बात समझने की कोशिश करना. If you read the title of the standard, you will feel that the entire standard deals with what? Accounting policy. But is the entire standard dealing with accounting policy or entire standard dealing with how to prepare general purpose financial statement? Of which one part is accounting policy. Am I clear? But who am I to disagree? So, general purpose financial statement, how many are there? 5. How to prepare, while preparing general purpose financial statement, we are supposed to keep 2 things in mind. One is accounting policy, one is fundamental accounting assumptions. What is accounting policy? Accounting principles and the method of applying those principles. Yeah, ho gaya accounting policy. Correct? Now charted. Now. पता है एक टाइम आता है. Like, I don't know whether you have given a thought to it, but कोई आपको पूछेगा, which kind of music you like? So you will have your choice. Which kind of movies you like? You will have a choice. Which kind of college you want to go to? You have a choice. So आपके दिमाग में clarity है what you want to keep in mind before entering any college. What you want to keep in mind before entering your job. Are you understanding? Similarly, what we should keep in our mind before selecting an accounting policy. तो स्टैंडर्ड बोलता है यू आर सपोज टू कीप 2 थिंग्स इन माइंड बिफोर सिलेक्टिंग अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसी. वन इज नोन एज प्राइमरी फैक्टर्स, द अदर्स आर नोन एज सेकेंडरी फैक्टर्स. These are the things you are supposed to keep in mind when you are choosing or selecting an accounting policy. Am I clear? Primary factor बोलता है financial statement should be true and fair. ये true and fair is the word which you will use probably 100 times in your life in a commerce. उससे ज्यादा, उससे कम तो नहीं होगा. True and fair. True मतलब correct. Fair मतलब unbiased. Correct. You will not have any biased opinion. Am I clear? Everything should be correct and unbiased. Secondary factors should be, you should make sure that the accounting policy which you are selecting should follow prudence. Prudence means you can account for future estimated losses, but you cannot account for future estimated gains. For example, I have a creditor. Correct? He's a very old man. I went to meet him. When I went to meet him, he told Dipesh, let's go for a walk. We went for a walk. Walk कर रहा था, अचानक केले का छिलका आया, बनाना डूम. He went into coma. अब मुझे पक्का पता था ये इसका लाइफ का गुड नाइट हो गया है. he has no legal heir, correct? He and उसकी मैडम, वो जाने के बाद the enough of he has left enough of wealth for a madam, and madam does not know anything about his business. So will madam ever come to know that I am supposed to pay him money? No. There is no other legal heir. ये आदमी कॉमा में है. After 2 days जाएगा इस साला. Correct? I am standing on 31st of March. 1 crore rupees I am supposed to pay him. I am happy or sad? Happy. डरो मत. This is not moral science का class. I am happy. So can I account for that future estimated gain of 1 lakh? No, गंदी बात. That is disallowed in accounts. You cannot account for future unestimated gains. एक स्टूडेंट ने मुझे पूछ लिया, सर दिस हैव बीन हियरिंग फ्रॉम टाइम इमेमोरियल कि अकाउंट शुड रिकॉर्ड फ्यूचर एस्टिमेटेड लॉसेस बट यू कैन नॉट रिकॉर्ड फ्यूचर एस्टिमेटेड गेन्स. व्हाई? आई विल गिव यू 3 रीजंस. करेक्ट? एवरीबडी विल लाइक 1 रीजन. मैंने बहुत बार रील्स देखी है तो उसमें दिखा है यू शुड नॉट सेलिब्रेट टू अर्ली. सुना है कि नहीं? रील्स में दिखा है कि नहीं? हाँ. फिर ऐसा भी सुना है बचपन में, डोंट काउंट योर चिकन बिफोर दे आर हैच्ड. करेक्ट? करेक्ट? सुना है कि नहीं? हर वक्त बचपन से सुना है ना, कर्म करे जाओ फल की अपेक्षा ना करो. ये सब नेगेटिव कनोटेशंस है ना. मैनिफेस्टेशन क्या बोलता है? ठीक उल्टा. If you want to become chartered accountant, think you are a chartered accountant. Correct, no? But भगवत गीता क्या बोलता है? कर्म करे जा, फल की अपेक्षा ना. मतलब don't think about C only. Just go on doing your efforts. Who is correct? God knows. अपन तो accounts करते हैं. So this is one reason. We have a negative mindset. Human beings are pessimist by nature. For example, you remember in class 6, 7 when you went to examination hall, then you came out after giving examination, आप लोग सब friends round table conference होता था. Your answer, my answer, tick. Your answer, my answer, tick. फिर used to do total. This is 4 mark का question. Full correct. Minimum 3 तो I will get. ऐसे सारा total करके suppose you reach 62 और 63. तो आफ्टर 63 को सर्कल करेगा और लिखेगा मिनिमम 60. करेक्ट ना? विल यू एवर राइट 63 को सर्कल करके मिनिमम 70? समटाइम्स यू विल राइट 63 को सर्कल लेके पास तो हो जाएगा साला. करेक्ट नो? बट आफ्टर सर्कलिंग 63 विल यू एवर राइट 70? एंड इफ यू सी एनीबडी डूइंग दैट, व्हाट यू वुड हैव कॉल्ड हिम? पागल है साला. करेक्ट? हाँ ना. दूसरा एग्जाम्पल देते हैं. सपोज यू आस्क्ड 10 people whether to join JKSC classes or not. 8 people told, 9 people told, very good, join. 10th person told, no, don't join, bad. You will restart your entire research just believing that 1%. But suppose reverse हो जाए, 9% told don't join and 1% told you should join under any circumstances. You will say साला पागल है. You will not restart your research. We are attuned. देखना, तुम बाहर मूवी देखने भी जाएगा ना तो you will do budgeting. If it comes to 1800, no, you will carry 2000. But when you are expecting money from somebody, no, you think I will ask from father 5000. If I do kit pit, no, he will give me 4. He will never say if I do kit pit, he will give 6. So we are tuned that way. People keep on shouting, be optimistic, be optimistic. सब साला pessimistic ही है. So this is one reason. Second reason, suppose unearned income you have recorded. If you record unearned income, your income will go up. If your income goes up, you will end up paying tax of that income in the current year. Yes, no. You want to pay tax on that income which you have not earned. So these are the three reasons because of which accounts follows conservatism principle. First, it is by nature that we are pessimist. Second, accrual basis जो बोलते हैं ना, if you keep accounting for unearned income, you start paying for taxes which you have not earned. So your tax expense is there, but corresponding income is not there. Understood? So whenever you are choosing an accounting policy, you have to make sure that you have chosen an accounting policy based on prudence. If you have chosen an accounting policy or method of accounting in such a fashion, like depreciation of asset allowed, disallowed, allowed. Correct? Yes, no. But suppose chartered, you purchase certain asset and you feel ये तो साला appreciate ही होगा. Can you do appreciation? Against conservatism. So provision for bad debt allowed. हाँ. But provision for deficiency is not allowed. So what is deficiency? When I don't get money, that is bad debt. When I don't give money, then deficiency. We always think somebody will not give us money. कभी ऐसा क्यों नहीं सोचता I will also not give somebody money. मैं साला हरिश्चंद्र का औलाद, मैं सबको पैसा देगा. ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. Correct? No. So we never think. So provision for bad debt allowed? हाँ. Provision for deficiency allowed? No. Provision for discount allowed? हाँ. Provision for discount received? Depreciation? Appreciation? Correct? That is why think about yourself also. When you are talking closed doors about third person, you bitch more or appreciate more. Sir, gandi baat, aage badho. Prudence. So you can account for future estimated losses, not for future estimated gains. आगे बढ़े चार्टर्ड. दूसरा substance over form. That means reality over legality. ये भी मैंने पहले बताया, बट फिर बताता हूं. Again, I will give you one dumb example. पहले एकदम फालतू example. I don't know about you all, but try to find out. Go and ask your parents. Don't take it otherwise, okay? Just casual एक example है. बहुत जन दिल पे ले लेता है, दिल पे नहीं लेने का. Casual example. Go and ask your parents. Marriage certificate है क्या? 99% chances are there. I don't know about your parents. My parents did not have marriage certificate. My grandparents did not remember the anniversary date also. Why? Because during those days marriage certificates were not made only. जो हम लोग का ritual system होता था marriage का, that is how marriage used to take place. So they were legally wedded or not? Yes, no. Suppose your parents does not have marriage certificate, entire everybody believe they are married. But legally in the court of law, will they stand a chance as a married people or not a married people? Married people. It is not mandatory that you need to have a certificate. तो सबको हम लोग को डीएनए टेस्ट लेके घूमना होगा. पागल हो जाएगा. Reality is more important than legality. Am I clear? If in the court of law, if you show a marriage का photograph also, no, one single photograph, that is just over. Sir, अब तो ये आ गया. I can get married to any person I want now in 10 minutes. Are you understanding? So during those times, marriage was not happening in the court. Like nowadays, even if the rituals happen, no, they call court people and get it signed. But the marriage happens in both the ways. But earlier days, marriage used to happen only in rituals. But that was considered legal only. Legally they were wedded? No. Reality they were wedded? Yes. It was considered. Substance over form. Reality is more important than legality. That is why we say, to show this in my balance sheet, I should have control or ownership. I have ownership but no control. Can I show it? But I have control but no ownership. Can I show it? Yes. Ownership is more important. Control is more important. Control. Am I clear? Another example I gave you. मेरे पास एक गोल्ड 1 लाख रुपीस का. ठीक है. I sold gold to Vidhi for 1 lakh. and I told Vidhi, I will buy this same gold from you after 1 year for 1,20,000. I sold gold to Vidhi for how much? 1 lakh. And I told Vidhi, after 1 year, I will repurchase that same gold from you for how much? 1,20,000. So it is sold, and then after 1 year, I will repurchase, yes or no? But chartered Shanti se socho, did I actually sell? Because if I would have sold, then Vidhi would have got control over that asset. Does Vidhi have control over gold? No. She is just holding gold for me for next 1 year, no? Because after 1 year, she has to sell it to me only. So during that 1 year, can she sell that gold to anybody else? So control is with me or Vidhi. But मैंने क्या बोला? I sold gold. But शांति से सोचो. In paper I am writing, I sold gold. Contract बनाया, sold gold. Invoice बनाया, sold gold. So legally it is looking sold gold. But substance में क्या है? I have given gold as mortgage. I have taken a loan from Vidhi. After 1 year, I will repay 1,20,000. That means 20,000 interest. I will take back my gold. तो पेपर पे क्या दिख रहा है? परचेज एंड सेल, बट रियलिटी क्या है चार्टर्ड? मॉर्गेज. इट इज अ फाइनेंस एग्रीमेंट, लोन अरेंजमेंट. तो समझा कि नहीं? तो व्हाट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट, रियलिटी और लीगलिटी? रियलिटी. एम आई क्लियर? अच्छा. देन चार्टर्ड मटीरियलिटी. That means your accounting policy में legality should be given more importance or reality should be given more importance. So your accounting policy should make sure that prudence is not violated, substance over form is not violated, and materiality is not violated. Now you have heard the word eraser. बच्चों हम लोग रबड़ बोलते थे उसको. That rubber, I don't know. You'll buy today eraser? कितने का आता है सस्ता? Minimum price 5 rupees. 5 rupees. Even today? Today they are saying 5 rupees. So assume कर लेते हैं 5 rupees. Has anybody used the eraser full ever in life? Nobody. कोई जाता है ना. तो 5 rupees का eraser खरीदा. I purchased on 31st of March. Correct? 31st of March को if I have purchased 5 rupees का eraser, have used it or not used it? Maybe little bit I have used it. So it is completely used or not used? Not used. It is asset or expenditure? Asset. Technologically it is asset by benefit yet to be derived. If I consider it as an asset, then I have to show it in balance sheet. Balance sheet में 5 rupees का asset, then 15 पैसा depreciation. ये पागलपन नहीं है क्या? तो मटीरियलिटी के हिसाब से भी कंसिडर दैट 5 rupees एज एन एक्सपेंडिचर एंड शो इट, ऑल्दो टेक्निकली इट इज एन एसेट. यहाँ पे मार्कर पड़ा होगा अभी तो. हाँ, ईच मार्कर 30 rupees का मार्कर है. करेक्ट? देयर आर सो मेनी मार्कर्स लाइंग डाउन ऑन 31st of March. Those markers are completely used or half used or more than half used. Something, some part used, some part unused. So logically, some part used is expenditure, the part unused is asset. Shall I bifurcate 30 rupees in that part? I will treat everything as an expenditure. Yes or no? तो मैं बहुत बार एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ. आई परचेज मर्सिडीज. मैंने गोल्डन पेन से उसकी एंट्री पास की. मर्सिडीज अकाउंट डेबिट टू बैंक. तो मर्सिडीज विल कम इन माय बैलेंस शीट एसेट. यस और नो? मुकेश अंबानी also purchased Mercedes. He passed the entry petty cash to cash. Petty expenses. Allowed, disallowed? Allowed. Correct. His petty expenses are more than my balance sheet ka total. Correct? No. So materiality is same or variable depending upon person to person? Variable. It depends from person to person. Like generally people show 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees as an asset if it is giving you benefit for more than 1 year. But ONGC का नाम सुना है? Oil and Natural Gas Commission of India. They show 5 lakh rupees का asset as expenditure, materiality. बोलेगा 5 lakh rupees छोटा मोटा. Imagine if you tell your father 5 lakh rupees is expense, papa, forget it. Imagine dining table में butcher, even if he is vegetarian. So materiality is variable in nature. It depends from organization to organization. And because of materiality, certain assets are treated as an expenditure. Am I clear? Sir, you have to make sure that when you are choosing accounting policy, two things are kept in mind. First, it should be true and fair. Second, it should not violate prudence, should not violate substance over form, and should not violate materiality. Am I clear? Sir, accounting policy once chosen can be changed or cannot be changed? Can be changed. Sir, whenever you feel like, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है, ये इंडिया है, 7 जन्म का फंडा यहां पर, यू कैनॉट चेंज वेंज, 7 जन्म निभाना होगा, करेक्ट? बट ऐसा भी नहीं बोला है कि अंडर एनी सर्कमस्टांसेस 7 जन्म. देर आर रिलीफ्स इफ यू रीड द स्क्रिप्चर्स. 3 रीजन. If there is a change in law says from now onwards no asset will depreciate. मजा आ जाए ना सर. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? अरे फर्क पड़ता ही है ना. 1 entry less in accounts. I will think like this only, no? 1 chapter less you will study in foundation. So depreciation stop हो जाएगा. Or government says, law says now closing stock will always be valued on FIFO only. So if I was valuing on weighted average method, gandi baat, I have to change to. So can I change the accounting policy? Yes, if there is a change in law, change in accounting standards, or for better presentation of financial statement. For better presentation of financial statements. Correct है, incorrect है? Correct है. अब suppose क्या हुआ? ये प्रोजेक्टर दिख रहा है. ये प्रोजेक्टर से एक बल्ब का लाइट आता है जो यहाँ पे फ्लैश होता है और आपको दिखता है. करेक्ट ना? प्रोजेक्टर का इंटायर प्रोजेक्टर में द मेन थिंग इज दैट बल्ब ओनली. So when I purchased projector, one chartered accountant started depreciating projector on straight line method. मैंने कहा ठीक है, की फर्क पड़ता है, you depreciate any method. Then next, after 2 years, he was asking more fees. हमला fees तो I don't give to chartered accountants. बोला मतलब हमला why should I give fees to chartered accountants? There are so many students who are chartered accountants. If I tell them please do it, audit, they will do it free of cost. No. Yes, no. Arey Sharma Ummat, I will not tell you. God knows tomorrow he catches us only. So my new student became chartered accountant. He told, sir, depreciation method wrong. Why? Well, sir, this is dependent on bulb and bulb ka life is decided on the basis of hours. So projector should have been depreciated on machine hour rate method. Is he correct or incorrect? Correct. Other person was depreciating on straight line. But why should we shift to machine hour rate? Better presentation. So any of these 3 reasons you can change your accounting policy. Once you change your accounting policy, you are supposed to disclose 4 things. How many things? 4. Yeah. What was the old policy? What is the new policy? What is the reason for change and what is the financial impact of change? Am I clear? So you understood accounting policy. While preparing financial statements, you are supposed to keep in mind 2 things: accounting policy and fundamental accounting principles. Fundamental accounting assumptions. What are accounting policies? Accounting policies are accounting principles and methods of applying such principles. Sir, what we should keep in mind while we take choosing accounting policy, true and fair view, and 3 important items, that is substance over form, prudence and materiality. Once accounting policy is chosen, we have to follow it consistently year after year. We can change the method of accounting policy only under 3 circumstances: change in law, change in AS, or change in or for better presentation of financial statement. And whenever we change accounting policy, we are supposed to disclose 4 things: old policy, new policy, impact of change, and reason for change and impact of change. Fundamental accounting assumptions. You know what is fundamental accounting assumptions? I'll give you again a dumb example, ekdam faltu example, bachcha wala. What is your name, Nalayak? Madhumita. For attitude. मैंने मधुमिता से पूछा, मधुमिता, how did you come to class? बोला ऑटो में आया, ऑटो में. Do I need to ask her, did you pay? She would have paid, no? Otherwise, the auto wala would have killed her on the road only. Yes, no. Suppose if I tell you that tomorrow the class instead of 2:30 will be at 3 o'clock. You will say, okay, and go. Do I have to tell you the class will be in Malleshwaram if I am alive? Sir, क्या dumb जैसा बात कर रहा है? But tell me honestly, can class happen tomorrow if I am not alive? Sir, but ये तो होगा ही ना. How do you know? These are assumptions we are working on, that she would have paid auto fare. I would be alive tomorrow. Malleshwaram center will be there tomorrow. ईरान का मिसाइल यहाँ पे नहीं गिरेगा. Correct no? 99.99% whatever we are assuming will work. Will be there tomorrow. But don't you think at the end of the day it is an assumption? Yes, no. Because I'll tell you, I am sure nobody has seen life so suddenly changing. You have played cricket? Friends लोग के साथ खेला है कि नहीं? Long ago, I was in Calcutta. This is a true story. So we played cricket and after cricket we went to a ground. जहाँ पे वो था ना झूला वूला क्या बोलते उसको? नहीं सीसो नहीं ऐसे swing. So one of my friend was swinging. So we were shouting है तू घर चल यार late हो रहा है this and that. So one another fellow came and he told with loads of attitude, get up and get lost, I want to use that. तो वो भी थोड़ा गुस्सा हो गया, young age. There was an argument. Argument में थोड़ा fighting हो गया. That got over and we started walking. We would have walked almost half a kilometer. And when we were walking, line में we were 3-4 people. When we were walking, suddenly a person called my friend's name. And we turned and he was instantly shot by that same person who was asking for that swing. He was also thinking that tomorrow he will again play cricket with us. And he also thought the same way if he is alive. Sir, ऐसा case हो गया? Yeah. Anything happened to him? Nothing happened. Because most of us was very difficult to face police. And he was a gangster and political connect. The matter died. And this is a true case. It has happened. I have seen it with my eyes. I was there. Here, Dipesh. After that, probably for years together, I never used to fight with anybody on the road. If anybody abuses also, I would keep my mundi down and walk away. Dar. It took time. But ऐसा होता है. So when I told you a dumb example, we always assume. Now don't be serious, come back. Now started. Similarly, accounts may also there are fundamental assumptions. That means we keep on assuming, but we need not state that explicitly. Are you understanding? That tomorrow there will be class in Malleshwaram if I am alive. I have paid, come by auto and I have paid the money. I have come to the classroom with brains. That is all assumed, no? There are 3 assumptions in account. Going concern. First, we assume that the business will be there next year. Whenever we are doing accounts, by default we assume that the business will be there next year. By chance if we assume, or there is something which makes us believe that business will not be there next year, then we will prepare balance sheet with realizable values of assets and liabilities. The values of assets and liabilities at which value? Realizable value. Second assumption, accrual basis. Why? Because account records transactions. Transactions are based on contract. Contract is on accrual basis. So we will always record a transaction assuming tomorrow is there. We will always record a transaction on accrual basis. And we will always record a transaction assuming that same accounting policy will follow next year. Consistency. So there are 3 accounting fundamental assumptions, G, A, C. Going concern, accrual, consistency. Hey, samjha ke nahi. Correct. If we are following these going concern, accrual and consistency. If accrual ka matlab current year ka income and expenditure should be recorded in the current year whether paid or not paid. Correct. Any transaction should be recorded first when it happens and then payment is received or made. Am I clear? So first transaction is always recorded when it happens. Then second transaction is of settlement, that is whether money is paid or received. Understood? Consistency, we should follow accounting policies consistently. Now chartered, if we are following going concern concept, if we are following this, then no problem. But if we are not following, then we are supposed to disclose. So our financial statements will not disclose GAC. That the above financial statements have been prepared in accordance with going concern accrual and consistency. That disclosure we need not give. It is by default implied. But by chance you have not followed, then disclosure is required. Am I clear? ये पूरा AS1 हमारा समाप्त हो गया. हाँ हाँ. सर क्या क्या मजाक कर रहे हो क्या सर? नहीं. Now chartered. Now ये पूरा इतना था, हमने सारा बात पढ़ लिया. Now 1 minute. Now, let's start with question number 1. Aja ja ni na ni ni na ni na 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 na. Now, in the books of Messrs. Prashant Limited, closing inventory as on 31st of March 2015 amounts to how much? 1,63,000. On the basis, on which basis? FIFO. Correct? ठीक है. The company decides to change the method from FIFO method to weighted average method for ascertaining the cost of inventory for the year 2014-15. They wanted to change from FIFO to weighted average. For which year? 14-15. On the basis of weighted average, closing inventory would become 147. So your closing inventory under FIFO is how much? So closing inventory under LIFO will become how much? Sorry, VAM will become 147. So closing inventory will increase or decrease? Decrease by how much? 16,000. If your closing stock decreases, so no, if your closing stock decreases, your trading account ka credit side will come down. If your trading account ka credit side will come down, your gross profit will come down. Yes or no? So your profit will come down. So what was the old policy? FIFO. New policy? Why you want to change the method? Reason for change? Better presentation of financial statement if nothing else is mentioned. Number 4, impact, my closing stock will decrease by 16,000 and hence my profit will also decrease by 16,000. Am I clear? Shall we write? Now there is a way to write accounting standard answers. Now you understand this way. I'll write few questions, but धीरे धीरे आपको आदत पड़ जाना चाहिए. Number 1. This question relates to AS1. Disclosure of now. Thereafter, number 2, company discuss the disclosure requirements. Now, so this is relating to accounting policy का change, correct ना? तो whatever accounting standard says regarding change of accounting policy, वो पूरा paragraph लिखना होगा आपको. So para 1 is always the title of the standard. Para 2 is always the provision, whatever the law says. Para 3 is facts of the case, and para 4 is conclusion. Para 3 and 4 can be combined. So para 2 is provision, yes, no. So now, company can change accounting policy under three situations. A, due to change in law. Second, due to change in AS. For better presentation of financial statements. Correct? Now, in the event of change, in the event of change of accounting policy, financial statements should make the following disclosures. What are the disclosures started? Yeah. old policy, B, new policy, then reason for change, and then last impact of change in financial statements. Correct? Number 3. So this is what A speaks about change in accounting policy, that when we can change and what we should do when we change the policy. So this is known as provision of the law. Third is facts of the case. In the instant case, company has changed accounting policy of valuation of inventory. Correct? Correct? Valuation of inventory. Ab old policy was FIFO, new policy is equal to weighted average. Correct? Reason for change. For better presentation of financial statements as weighted average method reflects consumption pattern consumption pattern of inventory. Correct? That means the way we are using inventory, VAM represents a better pattern than FIFO. Reason for change. Then impact of change. What is impact of change? Value of inventory under old policy rupees 1,63,000, new policy rupees 147, therefore chartered decrease by 16,000. Correct? Now, chale? Yes, no. Capsule 2. X sold its building to Mini Limited. X sold its building to Mini Limited for how much? 60 lakhs on 30th of September 2010 and gave, when did I sell? 30th September 2010 and gave the possession of the property to Mini Limited. However, documentation and legal formalities are pending. Due to this, the company has not recorded the sale and has showed the amount received as an advance. The book value of the building is 25 lakhs on 31st of March 2011. Matlab, I have already transferred what? The possession of the building on which date? 30th September. And he has already given me 60 lakhs. Yes or no? Legally has the sale happened. But in substance, yes, paisa le liya, property I have given, the sale has happened. If I should account on reality basis or legality basis? So if I account on reality basis, then I should account for sale now or when documentation is done. Now only. If I account for sale now, then the book value of the property is how much? 25 lakhs. I sold it for how much? So 60 lakhs I should record as receipt and 35 lakhs I should record as profit on sale, no? Because 25 lakhs ka asset I have sold it for how much? 60 lakhs. Correct? Chale? Write down. Now, number 1, this question relates to AS 1. This question relates to AS1 disclosure of accounting policies. Number 2. So this is selection of accounting policy and substance over form. According to this standard, accounting policy should be selected keeping in mind a true and fair view of state of affairs and performance of enterprise. Correct? B. Concept of prudence substance over form and materiality. These are the things we should keep in mind when we are choosing an accounting policy. Correct? Now chartered. In the instant case, this is हो गया provision of the law number 3. Facts of the case. In the instant case, X Limited has sold his building when 30th September 2010. But legally the building is sold after 31st of March 2011. Correct? So you should record the sale in 10-11 only. Yes, no. On the basis of substance over form. Chalo. In the instant case, X, no, revenue recognition is sales. This is not his sales. This is his asset sold. Revenue recognition is goods sold. X Limited in its financial statement for the year ended should record sale of building and recognize profit of rupees 35 lakhs, that is 60 lakhs minus 25 lakhs. In PL account and derecognize. Derecognize means remove, and derecognize समझा नहीं है? 1 minute. And derecognize building, and derecognize building from balance sheet on the basis of substance over form. On the basis of substance over form. Correct? And hence the treatment given by the company hence the treatment given by the company of recording rupees 60 lakhs received as advance is incorrect and therefore should be derecognized. Correct? ये समझा क्या नहीं? मस्त है ना आंसर, बहुत सुंदर सर. आगे बढ़े. रोट हीरो रोट लिखा पूजा चले. State whether the following statements are true or false. Also give reason for your answer. फटाफट बताओ. Certain fundamental accounting assumption underline the preparation of financial statement. They're actually specifically stated because their acceptance and use are not assumed. True or false? certain fundamental accounting assumptions underline the preparation of presentation of financial statement. They are usually specifically stated because their acceptance and use are not assumed. True or false? False. Why? They are not specifically stated. Reason में लिखो, they are not specifically stated. नीना 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 नी. Vamshika. You all are from Bangalore? Charan, Vamti, Prathvi, Irshad, Banu, Nishchita, Vamshika, Vanmati, Prathvi. No. It's a wonderful now. Na. I am from Tumkur. Oh, nice. चलिए आगे बढ़े. If fundamental accounting assumptions are not followed in the presentation and preparation of financial statement, a specific disclosure is not required. False. Specific disclosure is required. All significant accounting policies adopted in the preparation and presentation of financial statements should form a part of financial statements. True. Any change in accounting policy which has material effect should be disclosed, where the amount by which any item in the financial statement is affected by such change is not ascertainable, wholly or in part. The fact not to be indicated. False. Fact should be indicated. What does this mean? If there is a change in accounting policy and we are not able to tell the amount, then why we are not able to tell the amount, that we have to tell. Disclosed. Am I clear? So they are saying the fact need not be indicated. No. The change has to be indicated. Correct? Yeah. There is no single list of accounting policies which are applicable to all circumstances. True. Correct? Now, when we are preparing financial statements, as per going concern, that time we are supposed to take assets and liabilities at cost. But when we are preparing financial statement not as going concern, that means we believe that the business will be shut down next year. If the business is going to shut down next year, no going concern. No going concern means assets and liabilities should be recorded at realizable value. आगे बढ़े? बढ़ो sir. Ready? Yes sir. Summarized balance sheet of cloth trader as on 31st of March 2017 is given below. Proprietor's capital account. How much? 3 lakhs. PL account 1 lakh 25. This is the balance sheet given as on 31st of March 2017. चले. Proprietor's capital, profit and loss, 10% loan, Sundari creditors, fixed asset, closing stock, debtors, deferred expenses, cash at bank. Additional information. The remaining life of fixed asset is 8 years. The pattern of use of the asset is given. The pattern of use of the asset is given. ठीक है? हाँ? Correct? Is even, sorry. The pattern of use of the asset is even. Even मतलब equal. The net realizable value of the fixed asset is how much? 3,25,000. My wonderful chartered accountant, last में क्या बोला है? You are required to prepare not assuming going concern. Ready? Steady? This is your trading and P&L. Correct? And this is a balance sheet. अरे आजा प्यारे पास हमारे काहे घबरा सुन 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 अरे बाबा सुन इस चंपी के गड़ गड़ सुन नो 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 नो। ना चले नाउ चार्टेड adjustment number 1. Adjustment number 1 says adjustment number 1. Adjustment number 1 chartered क्या बोल रहा है? Adjustment number 1 is stating that remaining life of the asset is 8 years. The pattern of the usage of the asset is even and the net realizable value of the asset is 3,25,000. So according to you, if you are not following going concern, asset should appear in the balance sheet at net realizable value. Yes, no? Whatever. Yes, you, that is your name? Tarun. The asset should appear in the balance sheet at 3,25,000. Asset is appearing in the balance sheet at what value? Tell now. 3 lakh? Wow. 3 lakh 60 ka asset should appear at 3 lakh 25. If 3 lakh 60 ka asset is appearing at 3 lakh 25, that means asset is dipping by how much? How much? ऐसे मरा हुआ जवाब देगा as if you are 85 years old. 35. अरे presently balance sheet में fixed asset is how much? But it should appear at how much? So it will decrease by how much? That decrease should come in depreciation, yes or no? Correct, incorrect? Now write down, therefore amount of depreciation how much? 35. करेक्ट. तो P&L में क्या लिखूं? Depreciation, how much? 35,000. जवान आगे बढ़े. Correct. Now my wonderful chartered accountant, I want to go to balance sheet also. Will you come? Yeah. We'll write fixed asset. Yes. At what value? 3,25,000. Yes sir, no sir. Nina 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 nina. Come on, Dubita. I'm a good singer, no? Yeah. Earlier I used to sing in trains only. Chale. Now. So adjustment number 1 is done. 2. Purchases and sales in 2017 and 18 amounted to how much? 22 lakh 50 and 27 lakh 50. So purchase will come where? Don't chase anybody, pa. Purchase how much? And sales how much? Thereafter, The cost and the net realizable value of the stock is 2 lakh and 2 lakh 50. We'll write which value? Net realizable value. We'll go for lower or net realizable value? Net realizable value. Why? Because going concern illa. Closing stock. Amount batao, nalaik log. This closing stock will come somewhere else also. Tell no where. Genius hai tum log. Sir, my parents only are not believing. You are only believing. 2,50,000. Yes sir, no sir. Hey, black shirt. The name? मेरा नाम मेमोरी है ना, थोड़ा टाइम लगता है सेट होने में. आई कैन आस्क 3-4 टाइम, डोंट माइंड. ओके, जगदीश. चले यो. जगदीश की जगह डिनर सेट ही रख देना चाहिए था ना नाम. The cost and net expenses for the year amounted to 78,000. Where will expenses come? P&L. To expense, how much? 78,000. After expenses, deferred expenses are amortized equally over a period of 5 years. How much is deferred expenditure? So logically 50,000 is spread over a period of 5 years. So every year 10,000 should come to PL, 40 should go to balance sheet. Yes or no? Will we do that over here? Full. Where? PL. Why? There is no future only. Yes or no? To deferred expense. How much? 50,000. I've seen you somewhere, no? No. First time. Foundation, no. Direct entry. Where? Oh. Nehal. Accounts? Who taught accounts? Oh, how is she? Deferred expenditure 50,000. Yo. Chalo. Thereafter, number 6. Debtors on 31st of March 2018 are rupees 1,50,000. Oh. Of which 5,000 is doubtful. Collection of another 25,000 depends on successful reinstallation of certain products supplied to the customer. मतलब 5,000 तो नहीं मिलेगा. But one customer is selling, if I successfully install, then I will get 25,000. What do you think? I will install, I will not install? Not install. Why? दुकान बंद, कुछ install नहीं होगा, तो 25,000 भी गया. Yes or no? So 5,000 is provision and another 25,000 provision. So total provision will become 30,000. Correct or incorrect? क्या बात है, दुखी क्यों है? No? No दुखी उखी sir. Now 2PDD. How much? And over here debtors, how much? Debtors is how much? 1,50,000 less correct. Chalo, 6 also over. Sundry creditor 75,000 likely to be settled at a discount of 10%. What is the creditors ka value? 75 minus 10% is 67,500. Hey, yes or no? How much? 7,500. Correct? So you all are writing exam in January. September. You also September. Jan. September both. यहाँ पे और कौन है? You brown, Mr. Brown T-shirt. Jan. To September Jan. Both. Like both groups or one group? Oh. Now, cash balance 4,22,000. CAsh 422. Correct? Cash CAsh. चले? उसके बाद there is a single, if there is a early payment penalty of loan of 25,000. If we pay the loan early, we have to pay a penalty, and we will pay. Yes or no? So two penalty. Why we will pay early? Because we are shutting down. So penalty 25,000. That is paid or yet to be paid? अरे penalty is yet to be paid, no? तो क्या हो जाएगा? Outstanding penalty. How much? 25,000. So all adjustments are over. Correct? Yes, no. Your name, hero? Dhanush. क्या नाम है? So all adjustments are over. Let's go to balance sheet. Balance sheet में capital is how much? Capital 3 lakh. That will come as it is in the inner column. Correct? Second item is what? PL account. That also you write over here. By balance brought down. How much? Then loan 2,10,000. Then creditors we have taken, fixed assets taken, closing stock taken, debtors taken, deferred done, cash at bank done. The closing stock is how much? 1,50,000. वहां का closing stock will become यहाँ का opening stock. Yes or no? That is last year's closing stock will become current year का. बोलो हाँ. हाँ. जल्दी चलो. GP. Gross profit. GP 6 lakhs. फिर NP ₹5,14,500. Correcta? Now, tallied? Yes sir, no sir. कितना? 11 lakh? 11,17,000. Done. Opening balance of PL account. You can write it. You can directly add it to capital also. That means it would have been adjusted in cash and bank. No? Closing cash balance 4,22,000. It would have been adjusted.